Ooh, cold. Hey there. Hello, Debbie. Ooh, got a little brain freeze. Was just chugging some ice water. Kind of hurt my head. Brain freeze is pretty painful. Brain freeze. No, I do not know Mike. Hello, Robert. Hello, the one only. Hey, I got a like already. Hello, Jesus Ramirez. Good morning. I'm going to have to flip it over here so I can see who's commenting. Good morning, Brandy Adams. You got such a friendly Friendly name. Brandy Adams. Kind of makes me smile saying it. Brandy Adams. Sounds like an actress. Are you an actress, Brandy Adams? Hello, Loving Stark. Loving Stark just became a top 1 viewer. That's awesome. Loving Stark is sending me roses. I don't even know Loving Stark, do I? It's so awesome. Somebody's sending me roses that I don't think I know. I must know. They're a top 1 rose. There's more Loving Stark. Hello, Bearded Wonder. Bearded Wonder, I've got like 2 days. It's Saturday, Sunday. This is the 3rd day of not shaving. 3rd day of not shaving. I'm going to go probably a couple more days, and then I will shave. Hello, Donald. Hello, Homer Simpson. Hey, Homer Simpson's funny. The show used to revolve around Bart when it first started, but I think it kind of phased into more revolving around Homer as the years went by. Guess they ran out of storylines for I don't know, how old's Bart? Bratty 9-year-old or whatever he probably is. How old's Bart supposed to be? Does anybody know? Anyway. Thank you all so much for joining. Hey, Loving Stark, thank you for sending me that love or like or wishing bottle. I don't even know what that means. I get so many nice presents. Sometimes people will send me hats, and I'm doing a video, and suddenly I'm wearing like a cowboy hat, or I've got a big mustache, and I'm kind of uncomfortable a little bit, to be honest with you, because what I do is I go back and splice up these live videos into several little mini videos, and sometimes I'll be talking about some emotional, serious thing. And suddenly during the video, I got a cowboy hat on. And I'm going, well, I can't use this. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. I am coming at you live. It's like 8:02, 8:03, I think. And I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It's a town of about 150,000 people, about 35 miles west of Chicago. Really nice town. Always ranked as one of the best places to raise a family or grow up or whatever, with great schools and a really cool downtown. Anyway, again, my name's Ken Tracy. I live in one of the smaller homes here in Naperville. I'll give you a quick spin. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch. Hey, California sober, congrats. That I have lived in since June. It's a home I love that's perfect for me and my beautiful English Springer Spaniel, Holly, who is strewn about half on and half off. Good morning from Florida. Half on and half off her bed. This is a show about me talking, sharing some of my experiences in life. Seem to go through a lot of them from, I won't even list them. We all have a lot of experiences in life. And the one thing I'm learning in life, the longer I do this show, which I started about 3.5 years ago, is we all have stuff we're dealing with. And, sometimes when you feel alone and you're struggling and you're feeling anxious or sad or depressed or whatever, lonely, you're feeling, I'm the only one that feels this way. Why can't I feel it? Good morning from Houston. Good morning, Shannon. Why can't I be like my friends? They're all happy and doing great. But then you talk to your friends, and they're struggling in their own ways, too. It might not look exactly like your way, what you're dealing with. Or, it could be a relationship issue, a family issue, a financial issue, just a self-doubt issue. I'm glad I am, Brandy. I'm glad I am. I don't even know I don't think I recognize you, Brandy Adam. Do you follow the host? I hope you follow the host. My page is growing kind of quickly the last... Oh, coffee. Somebody just mentioned coffee. Hello, Nancy Sleep. Thank you so much for mentioning coffee. It's not only about me talking blah, 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 because I can do that pretty well. But it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I made this pot, I don't know, about 5 o'clock this morning, about 3 hours ago. As is my habit, I drank about 2/3 of it during my regular morning routine, which consists of shooting a video on my very first sip of coffee, rambling for 5 to 8 minutes, taking a bath, walking my beautiful dog Holly, do a couple times on here. Okay, Brandy. Well, thank you again, and I apologize for not knowing. Sometimes I get confused what happened to my hair. It fell out, and then I shaved it. I just got out of the bathtub, and I shaved it. It's nice and clean. It's smooth. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very pleased with my cranium. I'm very pleased with my cranium. I think we all have fine craniums. Do I eat? Anyway, hey, I'm going to light this candle. You guys chat for a little bit, and then I'm going to take some coffee. Take some coffee. That sounds like it's medicine. Sometimes coffee does feel like medicine. But I feel pretty good right now. I had a great night's sleep. Had a very productive morning, an awesome, awesome weekend. Good day, Joy. How are you? Thank you all so much for joining. I so appreciate it. I got a nice audience for a Monday. Never know what to expect if anybody's going to tune in. Sometimes I struggle with self-doubt like the rest of us, and I wonder, what the heck am I going to talk about today? And then I usually kind of ramble, and if I don't talk, I pet my dog Holly like I'm doing now. I'm into sauerkraut lately. Somebody just asked if I like cabbage. I'm not sure if they were serious. But either way, I've really been into sauerkraut lately. It's supposed to be good for you because I think it's, I don't know, pickled in vinegar or whatever. And love it on hot dogs. Love it on hot dogs with brown mustard. I could even eat a meatless hot dog with just sauerkraut and brown mustard. It wouldn't be a hot dog. It'd be a sauerkraut dog. But I love sauerkraut. So do I like cabbage? Yeah, I don't like coleslaw, though. I don't know why. It kind of bugs me out. But anyway, again, as I said, this is a show about me talking. Thank you for joining, Titan. But it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And sauerkraut is delicious. It's supposed to be really healthy for you. It's supposed to have, probiotics or something like that. But anyway, as you can see in front of me, I have a nice hot cup of coffee. And I'm hoping wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, it's not quite as hot as I'd like it. I'm going to take it in and pop it in the microwave. I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me, but when hello, Scott Concrete. When I took the pot off the Mr. Coffee base or whatever it's called, I just hit it for 10 or 15 seconds. I think the pot wasn't completely flat on the warmer. Not even totally sure that it wasn't completely flat, but I think that it might not have been completely flat. And when your mind starts believing something, hello, Tracy from Indiana, the rest of the body follows. And I think there's probably a great lesson to be learned in that. So I heated it for 20 seconds. I'm going to go back in with a slightly hotter cup of coffee. I think there's something to learn in that about your mind. Not playing tricks, but, as your thoughts go, so does your life. And most of my life, I struggled with my thoughts and had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of negative talk, a lot of bad feelings, sad days. And I'm working on that. And I'm a work in progress. And I think we should strive to get a little better every day. And that's what I'm trying to do. But it's 8:08. I don't know how much I have for you today. I say that, and sometimes I'll talk for 40 minutes. And then I say that sometimes I'll talk for 15. I make no promises. I do my best. I'm very prompt. I go live every morning at 8 o'clock. I really enjoy this format. I really am having a lot of fun on TikTok. I've been on here about 13 months. Not quite, but nearly. Started my social media journey. Well, thank you, Brandy. started. Let me have a little sip of this hot coffee before I ramble too much. That's better. Needed a couple more degrees. Let me see. Happy Monday, Matt. Thank you for joining. I love seeing repeat viewers. And I'm kind of getting a regular audience. People that if they're not there, I'm wondering, where did Joy go? Why isn't Joy watching today? Hello, Faith. Faith's such a pretty name, and Hope and Joy. You know, those are all such nice names. They seem biblical, but they're not really. They're just optimistic and positive. If I come back, I'll tell you in a second, Matt, if I come back and am reborn and have 3 daughters, I might name them Faith, Hope, and Joy. Hello, morning, South Carolina, UPS. It's going great. My body's sore. Grace is a good name. I'm 54 years old. I've been a realtor for 17 years. I'm feeling, I'm not sure I want to keep doing that when I grow up. And somebody asked how the UPS gig is going. I've been working for maybe 2.5 weeks at a seasonal position for UPS as a driver helper. And you drive along in the brown truck. They have a little kind of uncomfortable chair. I was kind of complaining to the driver about it. The driver's got such a nice, soft, warm chair. And they give me like a board with a piece of carpet over it. But anyway, it's a seasonal job. But anyway, it's going real well. I worked Saturday for like 6 hours. I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 5 straight days. And that's the first time I've done that. And I desperately need the money. I'll tell you what, desperately need the money. Going through some stuff, considering a career path and dealing with a second divorce, all of which, career path change, all of which is very expensive. But I desperately need the money. But Saturday, I usually get a text every morning from the person that organizes the work schedule. And it was 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I didn't get any text. And I'm going, hey, maybe I'll get the day off. And although I desperately need the money, and I really do mean that, I was kind of hoping for the day off just the same. And I started driving to Starbucks to start my day, feeling so excited, like I didn't have to work that day. And then right as I'm leaving the house, I get a text and told me to meet the driver. It was best, but it's going real well. I've met some really cool people. All the drivers are interesting. They all seem like nice people. I'll tell you what, the customers are fantastic. I've heard that, Nick. I've heard that. I'm not, I guess I'm probably paying to the union, but I don't get benefits yet. Again, I've only worked there 2.5 weeks, and I'm just seasonal. But I'll tell you what, I didn't even know about this job. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had a buddy come over on Sunday, and I was saying, hey, I'm looking for a job. I'd actually applied at Costco and Trader Joe's, and I told both of them I couldn't work on Sundays. And I think that might have been the problem because, again, those were seasonal jobs, and they probably really needed people on the weekends. And I have my son Augie on Sundays, so didn't get those jobs. But anyway, had my buddy come over and mention that he'd done this UPS gig before a few years ago and thought it was kind of cool. And I'll tell you what, it is cool. They can call out pretty much whatever they give you. And whatever. But anyway, it's been great. It's a lot of exercise. It's a lot of work, honestly. And it kind of feels nice having work. As a realtor, you got to find ways to keep busy. You got to, everyone thinks as a realtor, you're spending all your time. Happy Monday, 2-girl mom. Yeah, I got a couple Christmas decorations up. I got a couple. I got some back there, some little things hanging. I got my little baby tree that's decorated with Morgan. I don't know, Aaron's in here somewhere and Dad's in here somewhere with some decorations. I had a neighbor who was huge into fishing and once gave me a couple strings of, what's that called, garland? It's kind of like garland with fishing lures attached, so it's kind of funny. We got some Christmas lights up here. And I got to get an extension cord for that. We got some more stars. So we got a few other things. And I got stuff left in the box. But I had a great day yesterday with my girls coming over, hanging out with me. I had a great time yesterday, Faith. Girls were only here a couple hours, but it was perfect. I had my little nugget of love, Augie, and I had my stepson over, and it was just an awesome time. I talked about it on my video this morning. I started crying. I'm very sensitive. I cry every day. I'll watch some of my videos and I'll start crying again. I don't know. I think if you can make people emotional, and it's not like manipulation, just me being, my son is not still sleeping. No, my son, I'm separated. I'm going through a divorce. And my son lives with his mom. And I have him on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And he sleeps over as often as I can. And he's a little angel. He's a beautiful little nugget of love. So no, he's probably not still sleeping. He's probably up at his mom's house giving her heck. Yeah, I do. Did you watch my video this morning, Leela? I do. I think that's something you take for granted. Do I have a coffee with Ken Ornament? Great question, no. I think, Nick, as a realtor, I should have just done it part-time. Your fees to the Realtor Association are about $1,000 a month, or a year, I mean. And your office, I don't know, maybe 100 plus a commission split. Well, it's still on there. So you're paying maybe $100 a month to your office, which is errors and omissions, and then you give them a chunk of your commission. So you might be looking at, $2,500 a year in fixed costs. So is it worth it if you're just doing part-time? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. But I'll tell you, doing it full-time is just more challenging. Yeah, everyone's thought about doing realty on the side. Great job being a full-time firefighter. That must be cool, I think. Everyone thinks about doing realty. Everyone thinks it's so awesome. Because they watch HGTV and, I don't know, there's a client magically there and they open up 3 doors. I haven't decided yet, Leela. But I think you can tell which way I'm leaning. They open up 3 doors to homes and they give the buyers tours of homes. First of all, I never tour my buyers of homes. Thank you. I like Bruce Willis. Most of the buyers know what a kitchen is and what a bathroom is. And I know when I was looking at homes before I was a realtor with a realtor, I'd do my best to ditch them. I didn't want the tour. I just found it uncomfortable. And here is the kitchen, and look at the beautiful cabinets. Like I was supposed to say, yes, they're beautiful cabinets. I'd rather just go and experience the house as a realtor and as a client. And usually what I do is I walk in the house as a realtor and say, hey, I've never been in this home. So I'm going to cruise through it just like I'm a buyer would. And we can meet back up after you're done walking, unless you want me to give you the tour. And we can talk about it. If you have any questions, let me know. And they're usually super happy with that. Then they get to kind of cruise through the house and feel it out for themselves rather than me try and sell it to them every step of the way. I felt more comfortable with that. And hopefully my buyers liked it. I'm sure some buyers like different things, but there's a lot of realtors to choose from. So if they didn't like my way, they could have picked another one. So that's just the way I did it. And I did okay. I'm not don't sell the most homes. I think we should find out what we love and what we're good at in life and pursue that. And that's kind of what I'm doing. And honestly, we were talking about the UPS job. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It feels great coming to a door with a package and having somebody excited to see you, thinking that they're, getting a Christmas present. It feels great. But, and I enjoy doing these videos. What's the biggest home? You mean square footage or most expensive? I don't know either. I don't know. But, I feel real good doing the UPS job. Although, and I don't know, not that expensive, not that crazy expensive. $750 maybe, $750 I think. Nothing crazy expensive. I never had the high end. I sold a ton of smaller priced homes. Honestly, there's a neighborhood near me called Four Lakes. It's a really cool neighborhood in Lisle. It's a bunch of condos. And that was my bread and butter, to be honest with you. I'd sell on average, 1 or 2 a month. And and probably was the number 1 or 2 realtor in the area for that. And I don't know, just sold a bunch of those for whatever reason. I lived there after my first divorce, made a lot of friends there. I grew up in the area, so I knew it real well. Real pretty neighborhood, by the way. So yeah, not that expensive. Biggest home ever sold. Um, anyway, I'm gonna have a little more coffee. So it's 8:20. It's Monday morning. I was talking about work. I was talking about UPS. And again, I say this every day. I really enjoy it. I don't know would I remarry. Not at this moment. I can't imagine it right now. I can't imagine. I've done a couple videos about that. My first marriage was fine. The second marriage was short and passionate, and I'd say a bad relationship for both of us. But we had a lot of passion and a lot of love. But we also swung to the other side of the pendulum, and it was honestly pretty tough and hard on both of us. Would I remarry? Not at this moment. I don't know if I'd ever even date again. I'm not even ready to date. Third time's the charm, maybe. Who was it? Betty Davis? Not Betty Davis. Elizabeth, who was the actress that got married like 8 times? God. I'm not sure why at this point. Again, I'm 54. I don't plan on having any more kids. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does, Mary. It's easier to, Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Because it's easier to, once you've broken the seal, do you guys mind if I sit back? My knee's kind of hurt. And again, love the UPS job, and I'd really consider doing it full time. But honestly, I was a runner most of my life, and I have a bad knee. My new dad, what do you mean? Nick Martini, is that Nick Martini from It's a Wonderful Life? Good morning, Ty, where have you been? So I'm just kicking back now, but at least my knee feels more comfortable. Captain Kenny, I will have a great day. I got some things that are less than pleasant I have to take care of. Don't want to dive into those too far. But I also have some opportunities in front of me that I'm excited about pursuing on this Monday morning. And I thank you, Nick. And I still got some coffee left in my mug. I've been talking for like 21 minutes. Oh, real quickly, I've never been an overnight success really in anything, but certainly not on TikTok. And the last few days, I've gained a lot of momentum. I did a video the other day about me, talking about, first thing in the morning. I used to drink alcohol and smoke a lot of pot. And I did a video the other day about the urge, first thing when you wake up. I did took a mental inventory of how much weed I had in my bag and how many Heinekens I'd have in my fridge. And it just felt horrible having that be my thought every morning, being my first thought when I woke in the day. But anyway, that video eventually is very popular. It's been seen 55,000 times, and it's kind of funny. I don't know. So I picked up several hundred followers over the last couple of days, which feels nice. But again, and I've talked about it before, we often set goals, and I'm just past like 3,000 followers. And now I'm in my back of my mind, I'm going, maybe if I hit 4,000 by the end of the year. But if I hit 4,000 by the end of the year, nothing in life's going to change. I think that, and I say it every day, happy Monday, Art, the slow and steady wins the race. I think I'd be a happier man in life if I stopped tracking the results on a day-by-day basis. Yeah, I haven't had a drink in over 13 months, or a smoke, in over 13 months. I think I'd be a happier man in life if I stopped tracking the results. Somebody said that. You said that the other day, Philly fan. Philly fan, I can't even stay up till 9. I can't imagine being up till midnight. We'll talk about that. But again, I'd be happier in life if I stopped watching the results. If I did a video, I posted it, and part of my issue, though, is I like to engage with the audience. Obviously, here we are. Thanks, Nick. Here we are, doing a live, and we're chatting. So if somebody comments, and it's a nice comment, I want to say something nice back because I think that's nice. Way to go, Ty. I think we talked about that. I appreciate that. Stable? I don't know. I'm very emotional. I have highs and lows. I certainly am very real. I mean, I cry on every other video. And what I do, I've realized, again, I'm enjoying this UPS job. I do a video every morning where I talk for 5 or 8 minutes where I have my first sip of coffee. And I've been going live at 8 o'clock every day. And then what I do, and I call it my video production company, which is Coffee with Ken. I used to describe it as, I don't know, trying to share love and joy or something like that, kind of some sort of fairly ambiguous, kind of lovey-dovey, huggy-feely thing. And that's still the mission. But now I'm calling it video production. 4:14, I think, Art. I went to bed at like 8. I don't know if I made it to 8. So I do a video every morning where I have my first sip of coffee, and then I go live at 8 o'clock. And I end up talking for, it's 40 minutes of video on average. And I go back and rewatch, and I edit, and I splice, and I make 5 or 6 videos out of that content. Hello, Bev. Thank you for joining. Out of that content. And then I got to add words and music to that. Every day I'm probably putting in, I think so too. I think positive things, even little positive things. And it was Mother Teresa, I think, that said, do small things with great love. Even a smile or a nice word or a handshake or a look in the eye or a shake a veteran's hand or picking up a piece of garbage on the street and not telling anybody. Will bless your life. I think there's a lot of opportunities to bless our own lives. Karma. But, I try not, it's good karma. But I try not to think of it that way. I just know, because karma sometimes, could you help? Really a seed of an idea currently. Well, I could help. I got time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ty. Karma seems to, like, if you're calling it karma, like if I pick up a soda bottle on the street and I think it's karma, like I'm waiting for God to reward me. I think the reward is doing the act itself. I'll tell you what, and I say it every 3 videos or so, nothing feels better than shaking a veteran's hand. Nothing feels better than shaking a veteran's hand. They did things in their life and were in positions that I wouldn't have the guts to do. Live in the moment. And you shake a veteran's hand and they always feel appreciated. And if you can make somebody feel appreciated, I tell you what, it feels pretty good inside. And there's so many little acts like that that make such a big difference. Even a genuine thank you or a good morning to the barista at Starbucks. Or there's so many little things, letting somebody in front of you. And, if somebody lets me in traffic, I always really appreciate it. Or, there's so many opportunities. We have hundreds of opportunities. Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to say, Joy. When I pick up a piece of garbage and throw it in my recycler garbage can, I feel better like that. And so you don't need to wait for karma. I don't think. What's your favorite drink at Starbucks? I usually just get a coffee. Somebody said I just get a dark roast. Sometimes all you have to do is hold the door open. Yeah, Captain Kenny. I've seen videos here on TikTok where women are saying men don't hold doors open. I find that hard to believe. Well, the reward is doing the nice things, 1950. The reward is doing the nice things. If karma comes and rewards you down the road, if karma comes and rewards you down the road, that's great too. But usually doing the nice thing feels good. I hold my head up just a millimeter higher if I pick up some garbage or let somebody in or hold it. But I hold the door, I don't even notice. I can't believe people actually shut doors on people. It does kind of drive me crazy. My daughters will do it sometimes to me as well. They'll open a door and slide in and let it shut behind them unless I'm following them. I usually kind of get a little mad. To be decent, to be awesome. How about being awesome with another person? And Kenny, I appreciate you. Don't get me wrong. Do you go to Chris Kindle Market? Good food. I have been a few times. Kind of fun food. Nice hot chocolate. They had one in Naperville for a bunch of years. Now that I think they shut that and moved it downtown. Kind of a super cool date thing to do. What a hero, you hold doors. Hey, thank you so much, SD Benson. Downtime Paw Brown. Hello, thank you for joining Downtime Paw Brown. I so appreciate you guys for joining. I'm getting kind of relaxed. It's 8:30. I got a big day ahead of me. And I'm really looking forward to taking it on. Got a little bit of coffee left in here, but it's kind of tepid. I've really enjoyed the time we spent today. And I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I usually talk, like I said, from 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how much conversation we have. And I don't know. If you guys have any questions, I'll take a couple more sips of coffee. And if you don't, I'll sign off. My knee was hurting, Shannon. My knee was hurting. It was folded up. I need to try. Have you had that one? Yeah, that's what they're serving currently, the Christmas blend at Starbucks to get out of bed. Bev, get out of bed. What do you need to get out of motivation? Bev, do you have any coffee in your house? That's usually motivation enough. That's usually motivation enough for me. But you don't need to rush out of bed, Bev. Chill out and think of 5 things you're joyous about today. I know you've been struggling. I know you've gone through hard times over the last several months. And I know that's, you're a long way from being, from healing. That sounds nice. Coffee with Bev. Yeah. Yeah. Usually, Diet Coke, well, do you have Diet Coke in your house? Go get some of that. I don't know. Diet Coke wouldn't compel me to get out of bed, though. Coffee does. You guys are so awesome. You guys are so awesome. I want to thank you for joining me. Every morning, I go through my routine. I finish up. I usually, hopefully, hello, crispy bacon. I kind of like my bacon not quite as crispy. How about you guys? I like it a little not crispy. I mean, I like parts of it to be crispy and parts of it to be less crispy, if that makes sense to you. I think you can get the best of both worlds in one piece of bacon. I don't know. My first wife didn't eat red meat and used to cook turkey bacon, which is pretty good. But it's not as good as the real thing. And it was flat. It would lay on the skillet flat. And so you wouldn't get, do you know what I mean? Where there'd be, because the bacon kind of curls like this. And you get some pieces that are really crispy and hot, and then some that are a little great bacon inside. Oh, thank you. Not real bacon, what? Turkey bacon? It's so weird when you get hecklers out there, isn't it? It's so weird. Where do I live? I live in Naperville. That's a town of 150,000 people near Chicago. Probably not the biggest suburb, but one of the bigger. Yeah, turkey bacon's pretty good. It's pretty good. But real bacon's so good. I guess that's the hard thing. It's really tough. I don't know what that is. Have I ever had Gouda? I don't even know what that is. Gotta have the real thing. Mary, New Jersey, half hour away from New York City. So you're kind of the same. I mean, obviously New York City's a little bigger than Chicago, but we're both suburbs of New Hampshire. I'd like to go to New Hampshire or Vermont. I don't know why. I don't even know why. Was it the Bob Newhart show? Or not the Bob Newhart, but I think there was a show after that where he owned an inn in like one of those places. And I want to wear like a big, thick turtleneck sweater with like a red flannel coat and walk around with a hat on a cool day and, check out various cute shops. Yeah, I bet Maine is gorgeous too. I bet it is. I should check out the Northeast sometime. I bet it is beautiful. And again, I've been to Boston. I ran the Boston Marathon once. But outside of that and pops in the airport at New York City, I don't think I've really done... No, I don't get lake effect snow. You'd have to be on the other side of Chicago unless it's a real weird wind condition. And unless it's a real weird wind condition. And yeah, we don't get lake effect snow here. But it's funny, my first wife used to live in Michigan. and we'd have to drive around Lake Michigan and to go to her parents' house. And on a cold day in the winter, if the wind was blowing across the lake, whoa, you could get a lot of snow over there. And, you know, I've seen earlier in the year, Buffalo got like 7 feet of snow or something crazy like that. So we don't get any lake effect snow. I love snow. I love snow. I'm looking forward to it. Right now, the leaves are off the trees and it's kind of gray outside. But winter's coming. And Christmas is a few weeks away. And it's a special time of year. And anytime the white powder comes down, it's such a pretty thing. Do I ski? I have skied. I've skied. I skied 20 times maybe in my life, maybe. But I'm not a big skier. I don't listen to rap or hip. I've been rocking out to Eminem a little bit, but I got a variety of music. Yeah, 44 inches in one snow. Well, yeah, you got snowflake kisses in your name. I would bet you get a lot of snow. But anyway, I don't know how much I have for you. Plus, if I go much longer, it just takes me this much longer to edit these videos and to splice them up into little ones. I hope you guys enjoyed our coffee together this morning. I hope you follow my page. I hope you like my videos. I hope you enjoy my content. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're living in the moment because, as I said after this morning's video, life is just a series of one moment after the next. And the more we can live in the moment, the better we're going to feel. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. I hope you tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.